Founding member of KISS, Gene Simmons, is often the butt of people's jokes, whether they are talking about his hair or the fact that he tries to sell anything and everything imaginable to make a buck. He is definitely an easy target. A few years back, Las Vegas comedian Carrot Top told a hilarious story about the time he first met Gene. Here's Carrot Top.
Yeah, Gene Simmons, he says to me, what do you do to make money besides this? And I said, nothing. I do comedy 6 nights a week, but you don't have another investment of some sort. Well, I said, no, but I did one thing a long time ago. I wrote a jingle. I said, remember the commercial by Mennen? And he goes, that was you. And I said, yeah. I said, my friend had an organ in my garage, and that by Mennen thing had a campaign that said, come up with a jingle. So we came up with it, just wasn't even funny, it was just by Mennen. And we sent it to Mennen, whatever. He says, you're making this up. I said, no. He said, how much did they pay for that? I said, I still get money for it. And he said, that's great. And I said, anything else? I said, oh, well, I came up with retsyn. And he says, what are you talking about? I said, with retsyn, remember the certs? And he goes, you're fucking me. I said, yes. He goes, but the Mennen thing. I said, no, it's all bullshit. He lost his shit. He's like, damn it, I sat there for 20 minutes believing you came up with by Mennen and retsyn.